We are hardly a new business. We've been around here for a long time, but Bobbicues is an amazing new business. And joining us this morning is the proprietor, owner, Bobbi Patterson. Bobby, good morning and welcome to the Splash Live.
Good morning to you too as well. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I hope we didn't get you going too early. You cooking and at work already normally at this hour?
Well, in this business, everything starts early and we stay late. That's just the nature of this business. But we enjoy doing what we're doing, so that's great.
Well, you have to forgive me, Bobby. I don't know anything about your business. I haven't been by there yet, but I
Yeah.
figured we would learn together and learn with our audience. So, first of all,
Okay.
where are you located?
Okay, we're located at 7412 Haggerty Road, West Bloomfield. It's actually at the corner of 14 Mile and Haggerty. In this particular location, Walgreens is the anchor store for this location. We opened up about 3 weeks ago, and we've been getting rave reviews, of course, from the public. We have a restaurant concept that combines two cuisines, both the Southern style barbecue menu as well as the Jamaican style cuisine. So, in actuality, just say, for instance, if you and your wife went out to get something to eat, and she wanted Jamaican food, and you wanted some barbecue. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? In one location, you're able to get both. So we'll satisfy that need there.
All
But
right.
we've
Well,
been doing,
you
go
know,
ahead, sir.
Bobby, barbecue has become so popular, and I love barbecue, and I love it especially because it's consistent with my low carb diet that I'm trying to stay on. Lots of protein, and I can't always get the sauce, but what is it? I mean, Americans love barbecue, and there weren't barbecue restaurants, a ton of them. Now they're popping up, maybe down south, but now they're popping up all over the place. Your story, why barbecue? And just talk about the popularity of barbecue right now.
Well, think about it from this perspective. If you go across America, everyone thinks that they can have the best barbecue that can ever be made. It's Southern, it's Western, it's Northern, it's Eastern. Everyone loves barbecue. And barbecue goes way, way, way back, a long, long ways. In my particular case, and I come from a line of Alabama cooks, barbecue. We grew up with barbecue in our household, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too as well. But there's always been this type of thing where it's a type of food that you can just sit back, get on the grill, cook some good food, enjoy the family, and have a great outing. A great outing. So it's been around for a long time. It's going to continue to be that. We here at Barbecues consider ourselves one of the best that people have had the opportunity to be a part of. I've been doing this now for over 50 years. I'm a national award winning chef, taught culinary arts for almost 10 years at the high school level. I was also a military chef back in the day. And then I came from a line of Alabama cooks, and I graduated from Wayne County Community College in Detroit, Michigan. I used to travel all over the country in various competitions because I was a food show competition chef at that time. And I've always wanted to get back to, I'm sort of a meat and potatoes type person. Barbecue to me is meat and potatoes. It's food good for the soul. So we sort of enjoy
Well,
doing it
and
that way.
Bobby, you and I are kindred spirits there because I'm a meat and potatoes guy too. And listen, if I'm driving up and down the roads here in West Bloomfield, Bobby Patterson, I'm always thinking, all right, where's the next barbecue place? And there's more and more of them popping up in our area. I don't want to highlight any of the other ones today, but I think it's awesome. So you're from down south.
Yeah.
We've kind of ended up with Chicago style pizza, New York
Mhm.
style pizza,
Yes.
and you were referring to the local modifications and versions of barbecue. Maybe we need to come up with kind of a Detroit or West Bloomfield style barbecue. What do you think about that?
I think that would be great because it's interesting because I spent many years in Houston, Texas at that time. And Texas is They consider themselves the best barbecue state in the nation. Their type of barbecue is different from what we do up north here. In the South, for instance, in Houston, Texas, they like a lot of smoke. Here, we like a lot more flavor, not as much smoke. So there is a difference depending on which region that you go into. So that's how we look at everything, and we try and make sure that we provide the best product possible for our customer base.
We'll talk a little bit about you. You also mentioned that you have Cajun food as well. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do. We do a few things actually because of the fact that we're able to combine a couple of cuisines together. For instance, like we do the sort of Southern style barbecue, and then we have that Jamaican menu that we have. We actually have authentic Jamaican cooks coming in, and half of my family is Jamaican, and they do the cooking on the Jamaican side, as well as we introduce a little bit of Cajun Creole style, like. Seafood gumbo, those types of things. So, because of my experience in the past, and we're able to come up with a concept that to satisfy quite a few customers type of menu that we have.
You know, one of the things I really like about food is that it's so deeply tied into our ethnicity and
Hmm. Yeah,
culture.
it
And you know,
is.
you go to a Chinese restaurant, you go to a good deli, you go to a barbecue, and you know, it
Yeah,
just kind of feels, even if you don't have the money to travel around the world or around the country,
yeah,
it
yeah.
you can't help but get a little taste of that culture. I was in a Vietnamese seafood place the other day, same kind of thing. So, you know, how do you feel about all that?
Well, I feel great because what we try and do here is to also introduce the family type atmosphere. We want people when they come to barbecues to feel good. You know how you've ever been to a place where you went in and you had a dining experience and you ate their food, and when you came out, you said, "Wow, that food was so great. The customer service was great. I want to be able to come back there and bring my family or all my friends to come back there again." Because two things are very important when you're in the restaurant business, from my experience, and communication with the public, of course, and then secondly, having a great product. There's an old saying that we've always had, with my experience as a national award-winning chef. You're only as good as your last meal. So each and every time that we produce a product, we try and make sure that we can do the best that we can do. Now we're not perfect. I don't know anybody that is, but we want to develop a relationship with our customer base. Like, for instance, if she comes in and she says, "Well, I didn't like this, or this wasn't right," well, come talk to us, because what we're trying to do is make things right. So you'll have an enjoyable experience, and we'll have an enjoyable experience just serving you our products.
All right, Bobby Patterson is joining us. He just opened a new restaurant called Barbecue right here in West Bloomfield. Cajun food, barbecue, and then obviously lots of experience serving the military, serving individuals, teaching in high school, and clearly, Bobby, you're a good guy. I want to come out and meet you and taste some of the food and bring some friends, and you know we're looking forward to it. Final thing, and then I got to scoot. Barbecue. So, you know, I love all that sauce on the barbecue, all that sweet, sugary
Oh
barbecue
boy.
sauce. But I can't do that anymore, you know? So I've really come to appreciate, you know, the quality of the barbecue that isn't disguised at all by that sauce. So what makes it, feel free to talk about that and what really, when you're tasting the barbecue without the extras on it, what really makes it special?
Well, here's what we do. What we do is we marinate, because we season our ribs ahead of time, and we marinate our ribs overnight. So actually, you don't have to have the sauce is an extra. And believe me, when people try my sauce, I've had people call me and say, "We just got through drinking your sauce. It was so good to them." But the meat,
I get it.
but the meat itself, the way we prepare our ribs, as they're well seasoned and marinated over a period of time. Because when you think about a rib by itself, if you put some seasonings over there and you give it time to marinate in the walk-in cooler or refrigerator, whatever you have, those seasonings will incorporate inside the meat. Whereas if you season it right, you can eat the meat by itself and not even put any sauce on it. The sauce is just extra.
Well, I lied. I want to ask you one more question. I'm having so much fun. You got any tips for Dave Scott in the backyard, lighting up the barbecue? Weather's starting to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
And certainly I'm not going to be able to create the Picasso in my backyard like you would, Bobby, but you got a tip for me?
Yeah, remember, here's the important thing. Now, when you're barbecuing, yet the most important thing you have to remember is the fire that you use can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. And saying that is, if the fire is too high, you're going to burn the food. If the fire is too low, you're not going to cook it to the desired temperature that you need to cook it at unless you're doing slow cooking. So you have to find a medium to where when the heat hits the meat, that it's at the proper distance to where it will cook it not too fast and not too slow. So watch that. When that's the most important thing when you're barbecuing is the fire and how far the distance is from the actual fire to the meat itself. How about that?
All right. Well, I appreciate that advice. A good advice for barbecuing and for life in general. Not too fast, not too slow. Just get it just right. Bobby
That's
Peterson,
right.
thank you very much. Patterson, thank you very much. Real quickly before we go, one more time, tell people where you are, what your hours are, and anything else you want to do to plug your new restaurant here in West Bloomfield.
Okay, folks, we're at 14 Mile and Haggerty. The address is 7412 Haggerty Road, West Bloomfield. Again, the Walgreens is the anchor store in this particular center. Our hours are from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm sorry, we're closed on Mondays. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday Friday and Saturday we're 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then Sunday we're 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Am I correct? Yeah.
All right.
We
wrote it all down. That's close enough. We'll come out and enjoy it. Bobby, thank you. Congratulations. Good luck with your new restaurant.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks for having us.